Well, I got a new dust cover for my AR. These are kind of become a little bit more popular. Suis pacem parabellum, which translated from the Latin, if you want peace, prepare for war, or I think more loosely translated, peace through strength. So I need to swap this out, and I've seen some videos on other people doing it, and from what I've seen, it seems like it can be a rather quite painful process. So I thought as long as I was doing it, I would run the camera and give one more video option for people looking at it. So there's a couple things you apparently should do when doing this. I got the sort of the more high definition camera out here to maybe hopefully give you a little bit more high definition close-up of this. I'll do as best I can. So a couple places where the finish may get marred on this. One of the places is right here. So people have had the good idea to put some tape under there, because otherwise you may scratch that finish. Also, hopefully this white electrical tape will allow you to see stuff a little bit better along this black background. So two places they recommend placing tape are there and on the back side, on the front part of that forward assist, where that pin is going to come out right there. Because this pin, you have to pull it out this way and it will run into this, from what I understand. So the two important places to put the tape. I'm going to do this video a little bit backwards. This is the finished product here. I already have the new cover on, but you know, I had tried some of the techniques I've seen in other videos and I failed miserably at them, and eventually came up with my own technique that actually in the end was, I don't want to call it simple, but actually somewhat simple. I would almost take this all apart and do it again, put the old cover back on just to show you, but I'm going to show you the technique, and then I'll show you the video where I did it, and it actually is not that bad. So the way this works is that right on the edge here, there is this small C-clamp right here. And you can move that around, you can rotate it by just kind of pushing on it. And what I've seen in other videos is that people would put the opening of the video away from them and then try and pull it off. Well, I could not get anything back into there, back into that small space between the clamp and the edge right here. So the technique that I came up with was actually to put the opening of the clamp towards me. So here's the opening, right? And then I took two things, these pair of tweezers and a small screwdriver, and I just pushed on each side of that clamp, kind of pushing the edges outward, out and down, and that pushed it off the back of this thing. It actually went very easy. So that's the basic technique. I'll go ahead and show you it in process. I apologize, the camera is going to initially blur in and out a little bit because I didn't realize I should lock the focus from the beginning. But that's the technique, and here it is in real time with me doing it. Very, very, very small, right here. And it rotates around. Here's the opening here. And you need to pull that off as the first step of this. I'm going to face it away from me, and I'm just going to push down from both sides. Aha! Maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. I think, I'm not sure if I have success. I kind of think I got it. Aha! All right. There you go. Success. Now, this thing is easy to lose. Put it somewhere where you can keep track of it. Okay, moving on. Next step is to back this bar out. Let's see how we can go about that. I'm just going to take these pliers and try and push. All right, here's something to note before you're doing this. This spring here. The spring needs to go back on after you're done. Short side on the left, top of the rifle here. Short side on the left, long side facing down into this groove here. All right. Pushing this bar out. Let's spin this around so I can try and pull this bar out towards me. Actually, the bar comes out very easily. It will go against the edge of that forward assist there. Now here's where you apparently need to be careful. You back it out past the spring. Note how the spring is, because you're gonna have to twist it back on later. All right. And the bar, so there's the spring. I sure hope I'm smart enough to get that back on. Okay, old dust cover away. New dust cover, how's it go? Goes this way. Back on. Back to there. Push this bar in. And so it's right there. Now, the spring, it goes this way. Short side towards the top of the rifle, long side the other way. Push it here. Push that bar back into it. So when you put this back on, I'm going to spin this back around. When you push this spring back through here, you need to twist this long piece around and under so it lays along here. Let's see if I can do that. Back the bar out a little bit. There we go. So the spring is now sitting there, and one more time. Apologize for my hand in the way. All I'm doing is pushing that bar back through. Now we just need to get that C-clamp back on. Holding it in the tweezers here, I'm going to put it down on there, and then just going to push down. And I'm going to push. Yes, I think I got it. Thinking it needs to go back on just a little bit further. There we go. All right, success. So once I figured out that technique, I think that would have actually gone pretty smoothly. I've seen the nightmare videos, and it was a nightmare when I started it, but in the end, actually not bad. So let's review the technique one more time. Tape off these so you don't mar the finish if you care. My technique was that I put the C-clamp facing downward, and then I got two things, a screwdriver, whatever two small things you can get, and I pushed on both sides of it, because you need to try and push that out. You need to try and push it out to get that down off there. And actually that worked very well. So you just need to be careful, try not to lose it. Untape the rifle, and I think the rifle has no new scratches from when it started. All right, there you go. Actually very easy modification to your rifle. Cheap, adds a little bit of character and a little conversation piece to it. And there you go. Not too bad, actually. Push from the side. Nope. We'll start over. There, and push, or not. Push. Oh! Onto the floor it went, but not too far. I can see why some people have bought 3 extra of these clips. Oh. Wow. Wow. Oh. I lost it.